Okay.
You want me to remove Mary Mike's name plate or?
You can't see it on the recording.
Okay.
Show 415 on here.
Yeah, let me shut my, do not disturb.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hello there, sir.
Harold?
I want to find out if you guys are having a city hall meeting tonight.
Not a city commission meeting, we're having the community development board meeting.
Advisory board.
This is the Community Development Advisory Board.
Okay, no, I just wanted to find out a deal because I wanted to bring up a matter that is not only hit me, but also going to hit a lot of seniors within the city of Leavenworth. One of which is in that, okay, a lot of seniors that live in let's see, assisted living.
Well, look, we haven't officially started the meeting yet. We do have a public open hearing tonight for our annual action plan, which is what we put together to determine how funding will go for the upcoming year for assistance programs, so that if you're wanting something that will be on public record, I would suggest you state it at that time when we do the open hearing. And then the city commission meetings are on Tuesdays, so the next one is actually tomorrow. But we actually haven't even started this meeting yet, so we're about to get that started. And then when we have the open public comment portion, would be a time for you to go up and be able to say what it is you're concerned about.
Well, the thing is basically that I know a lot of those that live in assisted living. Okay, as you know, that the Social Security building is.
I want to have this for the public record.
Okay.
So.
I mean, you're welcome to stay. We,
Yeah.
our advisory board, we distribute HUD money, 349, I can't remember the number, of HUD money. And if it has to deal with, and we need public input, and if you would like to stay for the meeting,
Okay, I'll do
and
that.
give your input, it would be very helpful for our next action plan and our
Okay.
future
It'll be just a
planning.
few minutes
Okay.
until we get to the public
But,
hearing.
We just have to go.
Just let me know that, when I can speak. Okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
that would be number seven. Other matters.
Yeah, let me grab
Okay.
it for you.
I'll sit down here.
Yeah, public.
And, let me write down. That's right.
So if you want to speak on housing needs, you can do that at that time.
Okay. I show it at 16:17 hours on Monday, April 14th. I call the meeting to order by roll. Do I need to?
Let's just
Or
go online,
just,
say
you want to
who's
start?
here.
Frankie here.
Mike Seifert here.
Charles Davis here.
Tony Majors is here.
Okay, call to order has been conducted. Roll call has been conducted. We have a quorum. Item number 2 is to vote to approve and or disapprove the 3/10/25 meeting minutes. Do I have a motion?
I'd like to make a motion that we vote for approval of the minutes from March 2025.
I have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. The meetings for the 3/10/25 meeting minutes are approved. And I'm going to turn it over to you, Brad. Tim?
Next, due to miscommunication or
something, an unavailability. We're gonna continue with agencies presenting to the board. First up, and only, the Alliance Against Family Violence. So that microphone is.
Hello, for those that I haven't spoken to yet, I'm Elena Crenshaw, and I took over as the Executive Director recently for the Alliance Against Family Violence shelter we have here in town.
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
I can say that in the last year, we've serviced 174 individuals, which we've provided 2,937 safe bed nights. Those individuals were provided assistance with 4,012 services, which include 24-hour hotline, where we have trained staff that man it 24 hours, 365. Court advocacy, we have staff providing assistance to fill out PFAs, protection orders, show up as support for court appearances. We provide transportation to and from any appointments they had. Recently, we've partnered with the Always that took over for St. Vincent's as far as mental health. We have them coming in once a week now to provide mental health for anyone. We have an anger management that is ongoing weekly. I'm reaching out to other agencies to get all of these things back in and more awareness out into the community. So hopefully we can work to where this number of 174 can come down to where we're getting attention to issues prior to them having to come into shelter. We also have crisis intervention, medical advocacy, and support groups, as I've mentioned, that we are looking to expand and work within the schools for awareness for them. Have advocates go out there and start pushing to where we, like I said, as a community, we can start bringing attention to this before it gets to where individuals are forced out of their homes or into medical facilities, that bring a burden to the city budget. So, does anybody have any questions for me? I'm new to this, so if I'm stumbling or whatever, just let me know.
I would just echo the comments that we had for the previous meetings, that everything that you and your organization are doing for the citizens of Leavenworth, it's obviously above reproach. We appreciate everything you do, and we're absolutely going to be here in whatever capacity we were able to for your.
That has been, yes, that has been refreshing, because honestly, you get told one story when you step into a position like this, of who you can trust, who you can't trust, who you can talk to, who you can't talk to. And I've thrown all of that away.
I like to find out on my own.
Yeah, and that's me. I'm going to walk up, introduce myself, and we're going to start fresh and run.
Absolutely.
And I can say that when I initially started working with the shelter, I could see some closed off, but now it's just like it's opening everywhere. And I have been so busy in the last 2 weeks just trying to return phone calls to the community, and I don't know if that has a recent to do with the changes that have been made as far as who sits here,
Right.
or what, but it has been so refreshing and so enlightening. And I do have a lot of hope for Leavenworth and where we're going from here. I can see great things coming. So,
I appreciate the optimism. I think all of us echo that.
yep.
Well, if that is the end of your statements and no more questions,
Like I said, did I answer everybody's questions?
Absolutely.
Okay.
they'd let you know.
Okay, as long as, that's all I need to know.
It'll get easier next year.
So, if your portion's done, you can stay and watch the rest of the meeting, or you're free to go.
Okay, no, I'll stay and see
Okay.
how it all works out.
So my
Thank you.
question, not a question, but
Okay.
a question for the, I want to give Mr. Peterson some opportunity to close this portion, but you also said we want to have this on the record, so.
I would
This isn't-
prefer,
His comments aren't,
Well, yeah, this is
Regarding-
towards this
yeah.
action.
yeah, that's what I want to.
I would prefer to end her portion of it with the budget for the agencies,
Okay.
because we left that to be continued,
Absolutely.
and then she can,
Yeah.
so,
I think his comments would fall under the annual action plan if they're related to senior housing and things like that. Service needs within the community, I think that would relate to the annual action plan.
Okay, so number 5.
Number 4, public hearing comments
Okay.
accepted to
So
approve.
we want to allow, make some comments now before.
So right now we're on 3, the agencies to present.
okay.
We'll go to 4 and open the public hearing, and then I think that would be the appropriate time.
Okay, so do I have a motion to open the public hearing?
Move to open the hearing to the public. Second.
Do I have a motion to open and a second to open? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Public hearing is now open.
So now if we have anyone in the audience who would like to speak.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Harold Peterson.
As certain people know, I'm a combat veteran and also a senior citizen. We have a very severe problem right now dealing with our Social Security. The office and the building in Kansas City has been closed. The one in Lawrence, if you've got problems with your Social Security, they can't help you. You've got to be able to get to Lenexa. Don't count on that phone service or computer services because they've been crashing. 2 is they've basically been overwhelmed and they just can't help you. The Lenexa office has only 4 individuals right now handling the certain problem I'm going to bring up right this second. One is and the reason why I know this is my year of birth was changed from 1958 to 1758. I lost for 3 weeks my Social Security until I had to go and basically get the mess straightened out. Thing is a lot of people are in the same boat I am. As I understand it, over 2,000, not 1,000, 2,000 Kansans all over Kansas has had the same experience I did. The problem is right now we've got a lot of assisted living people. If this happens to them, we need to address how we can get those individuals down to that Social Security office to get the matter straightened out. If it doesn't get straightened out, those senior citizens are going to be thrown out of their housing and onto our streets, and then it becomes a community problem. This is something that is not a matter of a joke. It's very serious. Doge has basically taken over the computer systems. I haven't any idea what kind of phantom idea they think by basically going through everyone's records and basically figuring well, this person the date of birth is wrong, and then they change it. The thing is, once this happens, you can't count on the phone systems, and you can't count on the computer systems. You've got to be able to provide transportation to get these individuals down to those offices and talking with individuals. Any questions?
So if I understand your statement correctly, the issue is because of the not so much the credibility, but the mechanics that are in place aren't as reliable, so you want to focus on getting seniors to different places for the purpose of making sure that their records are straight.
Providing a safety net.
Yes. And the thing is, if we don't, if the community, city council and that doesn't help with a safety net, especially those that, basically in that, they, a lot of these people in that are in assisted living, they can't drive to a social security office. They need basically in that, the city or community outreach to help them get to and get the matter straightened out. Because if it doesn't get straightened out, they're going to be on the street. Bottom line, it's not a matter of, okay, well, they'll have to find their own way. It's a matter of, we're a community. We're family. If we don't help in that, those that are elderly or whatever, to get the problems taken care of, then we're going to have in that, them sleeping in that under bridges, by the river, or wherever. The bottom line is, this is something in that the community needs to address. Because our government right now in that, they're not going to address it. It's going to take our communities to do this.
I want to thank you for bringing this to our attention. As we are part of the federal bureaucracy, we're in the 4th year of a 5-year plan, that for us to make changes to that 5-year plan, and public transportation has not been added to that, it's challenging for us.
Yes, but at least,
So don't think your comments have been just swept under the rug. I would recommend bringing this to the city council on Tuesday, as they can act quicker and make changes faster than we can.
okay, but at least in that,
But
by
you're
me
on
bringing
record
it
now.
out,
Yeah.
at least you're aware of the situation
Yeah.
that's before and that it turns into,
Well, it compounds and gets worse.
yeah,
I mean, you were able to get transportation and work it out. I'm sure there's some individuals that will not, I mean, until they're getting eviction notices, don't have
the luxury.
yeah. So, I mean, as a board member, I want to thank you for your time. Don't give up.
Oh,
Come to the city commission meeting.
believe me,
We can
and that,
probably act
I'm gonna be
faster.
fighting this and that all the way through, because I don't want to see in that our seniors and that ended up out in the streets by the river or underneath some bridge and that, because something that shouldn't have happened is happening now. And I thank you, gentlemen. I also thank that one gentleman there, because we both know each other. And I will yield, and I'll stay and listen to the rest of the meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Peterson, I appreciate that.
I'll just make one comment that tomorrow's city commission is a study session, so you would probably want to attend the one on April 22nd, which will have a public comment portion.
Do you understand, you hear what she said?
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure. Again, I echo Mike's sentiments. Harold, your passion to help and assist those less fortunate is absolutely the way we should be trending towards, so. There's no other comments by the board. I'm going to go ahead and close the public hearing. Do I have a motion to close the public hearing?
I would like to make a motion that we close the public hearing.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second to close the public hearing. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. The public hearing is now closed, and we will move on to item number 5, which is the discussion of the 2025-2026 2026 annual action plan.
The first sheet that we're going to discuss is the public service agencies. This is exactly how you guys voted. The yellow line here is how you guys voted last time, where each agency, we took out roughly $1,800 from their award, and it'll be prorated to whatever the actual award is, but each agency is getting funding. The other one, option 2, is if the Alliance did not show up today, we were giving them grace for this meeting, and we never finished the actual vote to approve the funding for the agencies.
Okay.
So,
Well, I would like to make a motion that we add the, Alliance Against Family Violence. That's what we're waiting on.
they're on there. That's they're line number 5. It's very small, but to fit it long ways, I had to shrink it.
Okay.
So what option are we talking about again?
Option 1 is what you guys voted for last time.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Now you need us to,
Just solidly approve that, what you voted for last time, but since they showed up, we need to,
Okay, I move to approve option 1.
I second that we approve option 1.
so I have a movement to approve option 1 in a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries a vote 4-0. So option 1 will be the option.
option we go, okay.
And then if there's other additional money, you prorate it?
Yes, yes.
Or reduction.
Or
sometimes the
reduce
reductions.
it.
And that's the pro rata portion, correct?
Yes. And then
Now you need a vote to approve our action plan.
the action plan, I'm sticking with the same. I can't really switch much, but the administration portion, 20%. The public service agencies capped at 15%. The home repair program, we're at 27. Home ownership, 15%. And then the demo and infrastructure at 23. All under neighborhood revitalization.
And that's all per the regulation or the regulatory guidelines?
Yes.
Okay.
And how are we, I mean, I haven't been very involved, how are we in keeping our funding spent?
We are picking back up. So
Okay.
after when the previous coordinator left, I forgot that
Yeah.
word. When she left, we left pretty much a 4-month gap with very little, only the public service agencies were really drawing money
So there was almost no utilization of the
other programs.
So we don't have, I mean, what I'm leaning towards is we don't have an oversupply of funds in one area or the other.
No, so
I mean, the HUD worries about that.
the infrastructure, on Friday, we published the sidewalk plan that was going through the last time. That was in the Leavenworth Times on Friday. It's a 15-day comment period, so 26th, 27th, I can go forward and ask for release of funds for that, and that is roughly 74, I think, is what we're gonna draw from HUD. So that'll get us back into the timeliness portion. Home repair, I have 3 radon tests out right now. The home repair program I'm seeing is our most popular program. It's the one that seems to help the most. I like where the funding is there, because if I'm giving 13,000 to a few people, our goal's 11. I don't have very much wiggle room if we take any money from that. But that's the one that I'm really liking. We have to do additional testing on it and additional environmental. But for the most part, I have seen it go pretty smooth. I've got that process down, and I have 1 being worked on right now, and 3 we're going through a radon test, which takes a week to get back. So, but we're back to using that fund. Home ownership, that's the market. A lot of it's the
Well, it
market.
ebbs and flows. It's always
Yeah.
amazing how we'll either have a whole bunch of home ownership and no repairs,
Or,
a
but
bunch of repairs and no
I
home.
was able to use it on 1 homeowner. So we are right on goal if I can get, I believe, 1 more homeowner, by the end of the year, we've done 5. So she had done 3, I've done 1, I need 1 more. We are on goal for our HR, for our home repair as well. So,
Well, I provided that information you sent me to.
if I get that one, that'd be great.
So I will do my part as, you know, a concerned citizen and see if we can get those folks to make an application and see what they qualify for.
And we are, the issue's going to be, what is the end of April is our timeliness date.
Yep.
And the work is out there, it's just gonna hit a little bit late. But HUD has reached out, and I'm doing a plan for them, and I'm projecting what we will be spending.
Gotcha.
And I'm submitting that, that's due by the 24th, to keep our funding where it's at.
Okay.
Thank you. It's tough, it'll get easier next year.
He's been saying that to me for like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
My concerns. Any other discussion regarding the annual action plan?
No.
So at this point, we need to vote to approve and present.
I move to approve the 2025-26 annual action plan.
A second.
So I have a movement to vote to approve and present the 2025-26 AAP. I have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, the motion carries 4-0. We have approved to present the 25-26 AAP to the City Commission on the 22nd of April for approval for submission to HUD. And we'll move on to number 7, other matters of correspondence. I'll send it back to you, Kim and Bradley.
I just talked about everything that, if you guys would like, I can send a copy of the report that I'm submitting to HUD. I have the printout copy right here. It's not approved yet, so this one isn't, it's not as long as the other one I had to do, so. But I also have not made the charts they requested yet, so I have no projections.
Any other matters?
Nothing.
Ready for an adjournment?
Just want to point out the next meeting for us, scheduled for the 11th of September. Accurate?
Yes.
That's good. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I move to adjourn.
A second.
I have a motion in many seconds to adjourn the meeting of the Community Development Advisory Board. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, movement carries. The meeting is now adjourned.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Day and five.
So how many years have you been chairman now? You gotta break my record.
No, I'm not trying to break no record.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You too.
Okay.
Until next time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
It needs